I'm back. It's me, Dane Down Bad, and welcome back to the channel. Here in this video today, we got a Apex Legends video here, where we end up using a gun that's returning as floor loot in Apex Legends, the G7 Scout. So in season 14, the G7 Scout and Volt are returning to the game as floor loot, and G7 Scout is arguably, not even maybe arguably, it's probably the best marksman rifle in the game.
Let's go here.
So I end up getting it out of the care package in this game here on everyone's favorite map, Stormpoint. So immediately, I feel like I'm gonna be using the G7 way more because it being in the care package was always kind of weird. I think it's been in the care package since November of 2021. Yeah, I feel like late 2021 the last time, like it when it first went into the care package. But it's coming back next season, and I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this gun. But talking about this current game here, we're on Stormpoint, and I'm using Seer. This game, and it's not the regular, Stormpoint. You can't find anybody. No, this game here end up having a good amount of action, at least for us. As you can see, the kill feed is going crazy at the top right, but excuse me, but this game, I guess you could say, I'm just gonna straight up say it, that Gibraltar and Pathfinder end up going off in this game. They went completely insane. Now, I'm not saying that I didn't do anything. I certainly did. I did stuff. I helped. But yeah, they definitely popped off this game. As you can see, they're right in there, almost immediately off landing. We're already into a quite intense fight. And that's what you want. Like, if you're not gonna experience anything off Stormpoint, you probably want to get into a fight early. So I guess I end up helping here. I feel like I didn't. I don't know if they needed the scans there, but I end up revealing them. Giving them a little bit of intel. I think I even get it down right here. Yeah, I end up downing that Gibraltar and helping wiping the squad. So that's a good way to kick off the match. But excuse me, I don't know why every time I record I just start yawning. I don't know why. But yeah, what to expect from season 14, which is actually a couple days, and this game was not recent in this video, so I kind of have a backlog of all these Apex videos that I'm probably gonna need to pump out before the next season starts. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I guess I might just end up overloading on Apex content until I run out again. But and I don't end up cutting anything from this video because I feel like I want to put an emphasis on there's not a lot of downtime, at least in this game, probably in some other games as well. But we're on Stormpoint. We know the complaints about Stormpoint, but I purposely don't end up cutting down the downtime because
Shield up.
It's one of the main complaints about Stormpoint. You don't see anybody, you don't get into anything, but like there's already only 6 other squads left and the first ring is now starting to close. Like this can easily happen on any other map, but because it's Stormpoint, it's just it's just this mentality that it only happens on Stormpoint, where this can just as easily happen on World's Edge or King's Canyon or maybe even Olympus. But yeah, 5 other squads left and the first ring hasn't even closed. But even then, there still wasn't too much downtime during this game, and so far, the Prowler has been doing well. I don't think I end up using the Rampage much, but I feel like the Prowler is really underrated. Now I think if you bring back Select Fire on the Prowler, more people would use it, because missing those bursts with the Prowler is really punishing, I think. Like, cause I don't have an extended mag yet on it, so you get 5 bursts. You miss 2, you may not 3 burst somebody with like blue or maybe like purple and maybe even blue armor. But even while I'm looting, I feel like it's only been like, well, because we're looting, so since there's gonna be downtime, but the first ring hasn't even closed yet. So a lot of downtime here. The first 2 fights weren't. The first fight was more. We were in more danger of losing than the second fight. But 4 other squads left, and the first ring hasn't even closed yet. So we decide, let's get moving. Let's go find some people. To be fair, even though we don't end up going like across the entire map, even then we don't end up using like a lot of movement, and there it is. We don't end up using a lot of movement tools. Like Pathfinder's zipline is probably the only movement tool we end up using this entire game to get around the map. But we didn't have to go far anyways. But there it is, the G7 Scout.
Standard stock optics here. Mid range.
This gun, I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's just nice to have the G7 back in my hand, Guns like the G7, the Volt. I don't know if the Mastiff is coming out. Don't think it is, but I feel like maybe the Mastiff should stay in. Even though it's not as strong as the first time it was in the care package. Like pre-season, season 0 Mastiff, where it would do 200 damage headshots. That was insane.
Looks like we're in the next ring. Good.
Well, 3 other squads left. So it's going quick, but we quickly get into a fight right here. End up throwing my ult. I end up missing my first couple shots because I don't know how to hit a Valkyrie. There's something about legends traveling through the air that makes me not be able to hit them. Right here, I end up helping out Gibraltar, and then I think, yeah, it was a Bloodhound who ran in, I believe. So down to 2 squads already. 2 other squads, and it seems like round 2 just started.
Giving my shields a recharge.
I'm recharging my shields.
And it's about to be 1 other squad real quick. So not even. I don't even think we're halfway through round 2. Yeah, I don't know if we're halfway through round 2 yet, and it's already about to be like
Giving my shields a recharge.
just 2 squads for the rest of the match.
Zipline deployed.
We've already been in like 3 fights.
Team, I found the next ring location for us.
Like I just don't know what to tell y'all about Stormpoint. Like I just don't know.
Enemy over there.
But for the squads, and if you're probably looking at the length of the video, uh, you're probably wondering, well, how will this game play out with just 2 squads and it's only like round 2? Well, so we heard the shooting probably nearest Cascade, so we end up
Less than 1
using
minute.
zip line, you know, moving over there.
Setting up a zipline.
I'm trying to, you know, keep my heartbeat sensor up so we don't get caught lacking.
30 seconds.
Target over
But we
there.
end up going to the top of this water well, and
Opening
we saw that they were in the building.
Right up. Oh, I'm hit. Could use some help. Hostile close.
I'm looking for, like, I hear heartbeats, but I'm just looking for
Star out.
actual targets to hit
Rings close.
Recharging shields.
through my ult, so we know exactly where they are. They're right in the building.
Trolling some
They start to skedaddle. Don't end up hitting the first person or the second person at first, but I end up cracking both of them,
Broke a rival shield. Reloading.
forcing them to fall back.
Reloading.
Honestly, don't know what my teammates were doing. Like, feel like they could have got some shots in, but they end up, guess they got stuck with the caustic gas in the building.
Shields are recharging.
So enemy end up repositioning, so we gotta go chase after them, cause you know they're literally the last squad left. Seems like Pathfinder got at least a shot in with that longbow,
Repairing.
which is a good thing, especially since I cracked them. Just run down their shield economy.
Let's check out this way.
But
Spotted. Direct hit.
so we end up chasing since this ring is closing, but not chasing like super duper hard where we could get like caught over committing. But it does take us a little bit before we end up,
Gotta watch that spot.
I guess,
No one's
catching up to them, because we do end up going back to where the around the same area where the match started for us.
Beginning ring countdown.
Sniper ammo here.
So as
Replicator
we are making our way back to the enemy squad, I do want to talk about
Let's use this gravity gas.
the expectations for season 14. Now, I am intrigued about season
Let's go
14.
this way.
Like, I'm not overly excited, nor am I like have any negative feelings towards season 14. I'm just intrigued, especially with all the changes, because you know, of course that's gonna intrigue me. It's change. Like, how will this thing work? How will this play out? What weapons, you know, what legends, new legend, how will that work? New map changes, like, you know, it's just intrigued. Like, I'm not,
Hostile over there.
you know, overly excited or have any negative feeling. I'm just intrigued about
1
season
minute till ring close.
14. So they end up taking the gravity cannon. We don't, actually, because that'd probably be a bad idea. Because the moment we land, we'll probably get
is ready.
utterly just shredded. So we end up, you know, just running. And I don't even think running took that long for us, you know. It was just sometimes you just gotta take the more silent approach. Just so you don't get caught out somewhere and end up just making a mistake. But right up here is where we end up starting the battle. And the G7 was really, really, it felt nice to use. I don't think I used the double tap feature at all, just because, you know, kind of just to conserve ammo, and also because I don't want to deal with that recoil, especially when they're kind of got covered like this, where they can kind of, I guess, head glitch. So you probably just want to take single shots and end up getting some cracks in there, you know, end up cracking the Bloodhound. Yeah, I end up, I guess farming damage. Not really. I wasn't really trying to farm for damage. I was just like, if we got a knock, maybe Gibraltar might have had his ult. I don't know, but that's really what I was going for. Just knock off their shields is what was the goal for me, and not get hit by longbow. That was also another goal, which don't end up hitting me a lot. But over here, I don't know what care package weapon they end up getting. Cause somebody obviously dropped attachments here, so I don't know what weapon they got.
Recharging shields.
But yeah, just keeping my eyes out as the circle. We're already on round 4. But it's just keeping a lookout, making sure nobody drops down. This right here, see, I end up missing a lot of shots here. Just trying to hit a guy on the head glitch is really hard. So my teammates, my concern right here was, how was I gonna get over there without getting shot? And I don't think I was going to. Alright. But I guess he didn't end up taking any shots at me. Now this next part, I had to be 100% disciplined, or else we were probably going to get flanked from behind. So it was my job to watch the back, because if anybody came down, they could probably flanked us and it pinched us, and we'd have probably lost. So I end up focusing, or to some degree almost over focusing on us, trying to prevent us from getting hit from this back right here. So I'm just staring hard, kind of concerned for my teammates, because I saw their shield drop, saw some of their, a little bit of their health drop. So I'm like, I kind of can't help them, because I really have to focus on it. Like, I just see they drop down, and kind of can't let him up these steps. If I let them up these steps, we're probably screwed. Pathfinder's in really bad shape. Like, really bad. I end up hitting this bat. But yeah, and they're back up there again. I end up taking some really unnecessary shots right there. He noticed I was crap, but I got this battery off, so I can re-engage. Gibraltar even comes helping me out, then that forces Pathfinder to move right back up. So a very intense game of really just standing our ground, even though by the way the circle is positioned, we should probably want to push outwards out of this spot. But Pathfinder's once again in really bad shape. A digital threat would have helped so much right here. Pathfinder's looking really rough, so I kind of just try to stand in front, try to body block, make sure he doesn't go down. Because first person to go down, the team probably loses. But as you can see, the heartbeats being sped up means that they're on low health, which I learned that recently. If their heartbeat's going fast, they're probably on low health. But I don't end up helping too much in this final fight at all. Like, I didn't even know the other two was down. But that's the game. G7 really felt nice, really good. Can't wait for it to come back in season 14. Probably gonna be picking that up and the Volt. Like, that's probably the go-to combo you're probably gonna want to win. Like a Volt and a G7. Like, if I get my hands on that, I'll probably use that a lot. But 1400 damage, 4 kills. Pathfinder went off. Gibraltar went off almost 2k. Like, those guys really just went off. But I'm happy with the numbers I got in that game too. But other than that, it's been me, Dane Down Bad, and I will see y'all in the next video, hopefully. Bye bye.
This is where it ends.